Okay, this will be an interesting one. I've done quite a few of these before. Let's see if we can turn this one up nice. Sorry about that fuzzing. Now we're going to leave it on that, I think, or going to leave it on that. Going dual colour for this. Going to go black and yellow. Let's see if we can make this one look really nice. I'm actually wondering if we should switch to that. Here we're going to make it 400. Going to leave it in the middle. Going to make it fully contrasty, and maybe we're going to leave it. Okay, let's see what we have to present. We have here a business tie. Yep, like what a lot of money fucking rich people who've got expensive, who are in the CEO's chair or the management. Indeed, it's a... Sorry about the bad camera work. I'm just grabbing this tie. But basically, yeah, the people that typically wear ties are fucking assholes in suits. And I think of assholes like the man behind Konica Minolta. His name is Shohei Yamana. He's a big asshole. He's a huge corporate fuck. And he just makes shit product. You know, we just don't have anything good in the industry. The photocopier industry is full of shit, full of idiots, people that you just can't trust or rely upon to produce a good product. So I get really angry at these people. I just don't have any respect or reverence for them, even though they probably think they have earned it because they've made a lot of money and they've made a lot of what would be classified, now that shithouse, what would be classified as success because they've made a lot of money. It's like, so what? You made a lot of money? Well, whoop-de-doo-dah, fuck you. Just because you make a lot of money doesn't mean you're fucking smart or clever. You're a fucking idiot for fucking money, for loving money. So, you know, I don't have any respect for people like that. It's all about money. These days, everything is all about the fucking dollar. This is no respect for the environment or science, for people who don't have much money but have a lot to offer intellectually. I mean, my granddad, for example, he, on my mum's side of the family, he was a brilliant man, but he never got any kind of reward for his intellect, even though he was a smart man. And yet that's the problem. Most of these fucking idiots, these fucktards as I like to call them, just don't have any fucking smarts, and yet they still manage to somehow make money and become, they call them successful because they've made $1. So what? You know, whoop-de-doo-dah if you've made a lot of money. Fuck you, you fucking idiots. You got to fucking contribute to helping the planet and society, not fucking them over for money. And this photocopier is shit. You just get the feeling it's just too plasticky and too... I'm so over these people that think that they can rule everything just because they've got a lot of money. They just rule everything and they don't care about anyone else but themselves. They really don't give a flying fuck. They don't realise, or they obviously realise that their fucking short life of equipment is not good for the planet. But what can we do, folks? You know, what can we do? I'm just going to make this, move it across. But yeah, I'm just so over the way these rich fucks think they can rule everything. Think just because they've got the money and they can buy us out. They think they can buy anything. So they're powerful and they therefore can do what they fucking well please. And it's like, what the fuck? You know, it's like... I myself want to make a difference one day when they have the technology to overcome my disabilities, like my brain injury at birth. I had a brain injury at birth, and I basically lost most of my short-term memory and my hippocampus to this brain damage, and basically I can't do much. But I want in the future that when they have the technology, I want to make a difference in this world. I want to be the CEO of a future photocopier company because I love photocopiers and I really want to make a difference in the world by doing this. And I don't want to follow down the pathway of the likes of Shai Yamana of this company who made this photocopier, Konica Minolta. I want to make photocopiers that last 60 years and and that parts of it can be replaced, little parts, not fucking replace the whole unit 5 years after it was manufactured. And it has to be easy to recycle. And also the materials, the raw materials to build this future machine will have to come from recycled materials instead of virgin materials. So it's got to be made of waste that otherwise would go into landfill. So you got to think of the future, and you got to basically, so one of the and the thing is, we got to source the materials and try to clean up the planet so that places like India and China have such huge e-waste dumps, and it's highly toxic, and it'd be so cool if I could clean that up for them. And the machines that we built with labour from Australia. We're going to make, apart from the materials that come from the e-waste dumps of the world, we're going to make our photocopier good for the people that make it. We're not going to have slaves. We're not going to pay them pittance like China or India. Oh, about India, I know China has. That's why most companies in this world flock to China for manufacturing people, because they know that they're slaves, that they can be exploited. And we don't want to exploit people. We want to pay them more than what they're worth. And we've got to think about the future, folks. And when this photocopier finally reaches the end of its use-by date, it's got to be easy to recycle, as I said before. And also, I'm not just interested in being a CEO. I want to give most of my money away to science and humanity. And I want to be a scientist as well as a CEO to solve problems like climate change. So I'm trying my best at the moment to get my stuff in the media. So this is, I know I often complain about missing a loved one called Luigi. Yes, that is true. But I want people to hear that there is hope, that we can do it differently. We don't have to bow down to the rich and the powerful. We can do what we want, and we do it for the fucking sake of the planet and the human race. Instead of exploiting people and exploiting our planet and destroying it so viciously by these fucking rich people. But, we can do it, folks. We got to stand up and rise up peacefully. But anyway, a bit curly, but that looks interesting. I think now we can call this demo quits.